we do have some new revelation coming from Thomas Markle Jr., Meghan's half brother, step brother, whichever you want to look at it. And therefore, now we can actually look deep into her relationship with them from early childhood. I will share that video clip from Talktv in a second. The host, they were on point. They had this interview, this chat with Thomas Markle Jr. In order to find out exactly how Meghan behaved from an early childhood. But let's take a look at this post first. This is Meghan Markle loving her father so much, and Thomas Markle Sr., her father, he loved her so much as well. And on the other side of the photo, you see Harry is cozying up to his father, and there was absolutely zero problem between the father and the son until obviously Meghan came into the picture. Now this is what they have captioned it with. Before they met, Meghan and Harry both had fathers who adored them and protected them all their lives. Since they started dating 7 years ago, they have both successfully betrayed and abandoned them both. And this is why we see today there is so much problem. Obviously, Harry wants to have a one-on-one conversation with his father, but at the same time, his father, especially now Queen Camilla, cannot trust Harry and his temper. Therefore, she decided that Harry cannot be alone with King Charles, with her husband, because again, you never know when he will throw some tantrum which will cause some physical damage, mental, emotional damage to King Charles. We also know that the guy, this dimwit prince who always loves to talk about his mother, a lot of the time he uses her in order to further his point, in order to show how victimized he had been and how much he misses his mother, all the while trying to actually win some sympathy, even though it is now almost 40 years that Harry is, he's actually more than 40 years, but he never forgets those things, and he always will use his mother in order to benefit financially, or sometimes even to abuse other family members. This is what he said in the recent talk. I understand the weight of losing a parent at a young age. Again, bringing up his mother in everything. There is absolutely no need for him to do that, but he would not let her rest in peace, as some people suggest. This is Harry for you, a kid, a child, a 40-year-old child, man-child, that's what we call him. Obviously, we have another narcissist who is always around him. Thanks to her, Harry has lost his mind, doesn't really know all of the time what he's talking about, doesn't know what to do with his life, and therefore she is always controlling him. And this video shows exactly that. Take a look at Meghan's disgust when Harry was talking. You'll be amazed, you'll be surprised that this person, both of them, they claim they're in love with each other. Is this how love looks like? Well, I don't know what kind of love is that, but that look on Meghan Markle, a look of disgust and cringe, even before Harry start talking. And this is something she does every single time, especially in public. She feels very uncomfortable whenever Harry will speak. Number one, she believes that this guy is gonna mess it up. Number two, she is afraid that people will pay attention to the prince than to her, and that's really what makes her go crazy. Now obviously with that, William is taking a step to further isolate Meghan and Harry. So he's adding people in his team who are aware of the deception of Meghan and Harry. So Brooklyn shared his thoughts on Prince William. He's just the sweetest guy ever. He's just the sweetest guy ever. He really is. He really is down to earth. He's really a good guy. And we know Prince William makes surprising move amid Beckham's snub of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So what did he do? He hired a staffer from Beckham's family who worked for them, and we know that the Beckham family, they're distancing themselves from Meghan and Harry for a very long time, and that's the right thing to do. Now obviously when we talk about these things, we talk about mental health issues. Samantha Lawyers has an opinion. Samantha Lawyer, he says that Meghan Markle is probably a sociopath. Samantha Markle said, "I'm not certain as to her exact diagnosis. I don't know, quote unquote, for sure whether she is a psychopath, a sociopath, or has a borderline personality disorder with narcissistic tendencies. I just believe she is one of those, most probably a sociopath." This is not the first time somebody who had dealt with Meghan Markle said something like this. We have a lot of staffers, both from the monarchy and also from Archwell Foundation, testifying to the fact that Meghan is a sociopath. She is very, very toxic to be around, and that's why you see a lot of people, a lot of staffers, they're actually quitting jobs with Archwell. Everything pretty much that they are touching becoming very, very toxic, and people are getting absolutely fed up with that, and they don't want to put up with that kind of temper, that kind of childish behavior. Now take a look at this Talktv video here. They talk about how Meghan Markle plotted from an early age against her brother and Samantha Markle and Thomas Markle Jr., half brother. Take a listen at this interview from Talktv when they also talk to Thomas Markle Jr.
Because he's upset, and he wants people to know that the Markle family are very, very anguished about what she's done. Here's Thomas again.
Why does she want, or did she want, your dad to disown you and Samantha? Why?
It goes back to the young childhood days when even Samantha was witness to the fact that, there was no room for Tom and Samantha in Meghan and Dad's and Doria's life. And, there were several incidences where they made it very clear where they're starting their own business, and Samantha goes, "Well, what's the business called?" "Oh, it's the Three Cherubs." And, of course, the Three Cherubs is those three.
Yeah, I mean, they come from a broken...
So those cherub, that business, Three Cherub, was only for Meghan Doria and Thomas Markle Sr. How sickening it is to have your other siblings, even though they are your half brother and sister, to be cut off completely from their biological father, Thomas Markle Sr. How cruel, how rude, how inhuman that can be. But, for narcissist people, these are the parameters they work with. They do not want people who they perceive as a threat, who they perceive that they will expose that narcissist. They do not want them anywhere close, because that's how they lie. Because when you live with your half brother, half sisters as a family, they know a lot about your behavior. They know a lot about your deceptive behavior and how fake you are, how hypocritical you are. Therefore, they want those threats to be eliminated, and this is exactly what Meghan Markle did. She wanted to eliminate all the threats, so she started with Samantha and Thomas Markle Jr., and now she is eliminating threats. I mean, in her mind, these people are all threat to her. She is now eliminating her own biological father, whom she is denying to have a visit of her children, if they exist. Take a look.
Family, Samara.
Is that another one of Meghan's failed businesses? The Three Cherubs.
Meghan, for sake, stop starting businesses.
Please.
You're useless at it.
So why does Meghan get the blame for starting the Three Cherubs, and her father and her mother were involved in it as well?
Oh my gosh. Okay, look, the thing that came out of this interview was that, and you spoke about toxic family members, it was revealed that Meghan is the toxic family member here. I mean, in that interview, Tom said that he wouldn't let Meghan within 10 yards of his father, because it is such a travesty what she's done to that man. She's broken him.
Yeah.
And I don't think he danced around that fact. Yeah. He said, she has ruined our family. All we got was a very normal, hurt family member out of that interview. And it's really terrible that she paints this picture as herself as the victim when she's left this trail of upset family members along the way.
What was interesting, though, Simon, was...
Okay, so what I don't understand is this gentleman here who says, what's wrong with the business called Three Cherub? Well, everything is wrong with this kind of name, especially when you have a toxic person in the family who clearly wants the rest of the family members to be out, and then she comes up with a name like Three Cherubs, just the three of us, and nobody else matters, nobody else is part of the family. That's the problem. So you have to understand the context. But this guy, he's sitting there trying to protect or, do some PR work for Meghan Markle, but failing miserably. This guy is absolutely clueless what he is defending, who is he is defending. He should actually work for Meghan Markle for a day to really find out the true face of Meghan Markle. Everything is wrong with that kind of name. It is very, very discriminatory, very, very racist. She doesn't like those family members. I do not know the exact reason, but Meghan is a racist, big time racist. But here you guys have Talktv exposing Meghan's and Doria's plot. It is not just Meghan alone. It is also Doria Ragland, who is also responsible, and she is complicit to all the wrongdoings of Meghan Markle, and she should be held accountable to everything Meghan has done to the family. Thank you guys for your comments. I have some from Eva, Only Me, Kumari, Angel. Thank you guys, Karina. I will see you next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.